Do you ever feel like your brain is a little bit lost? You learn a new word, and then, poof, it is gone. You meet a new person. You hear their name, and 1 minute later, you cannot remember it. Does this happen to you? If it does, this podcast is for you. This is a safe place to learn. Hello, my dear friend. Welcome to our special place for learning English. My name is Anna. I am so happy you are here today. If you are new here, welcome. We are a big, warm family. We learn English together. We do it slowly and with a happy heart. If you are coming back, thank you for being here again. You are a very important part of our community. Today, we will talk about something very special, your memory. We will learn how to make your memory strong. Maybe you think, my memory is bad. Maybe you think, I cannot remember things. I am here to tell you something wonderful. That is not true. You do not have a bad memory. Your memory is just waiting. It is waiting for you to learn how to use it. And today, we will learn how. This will be a great English listening practice. And if you like our time together, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel. It helps other people find our calm and easy English lessons. Section 1. The story of the bad memory. Do you ever feel like your brain is a bucket with a small hole? You pour new things into it, like new English words, or someone's name, or an idea you had in the morning. You pour it in, and it just goes away. The information slowly leaves. You meet a new friend. They say, "Hello, my name is David." You shake their hand. You smile, and the name David is gone. You walk into the kitchen. You stand there. You think, why did I come here? You cannot remember. Or you study for a test. You read for many hours. You feel you know everything. Then you look at the test, and your mind is just empty. It feels like a white wall with nothing on it. Does this feel familiar? Do you have these moments too? It is okay if you do. So many people feel this way. For many years, you probably told yourself a story. The story is, I have a bad memory. You believe this story. You think it is a part of you. You think it cannot change. But what if I told you that story is not true? It is a myth. A myth is a story that is not real. This story has maybe stopped you from doing things. It has maybe made you feel sad or not smart. Today, we will write a new story. A true story. Here's the truth. Your memory is not broken. The way you use your memory is maybe not working well. Your system is broken, not you. And in this podcast today, I will show you, I will give you a new system, a step-by-step plan. This new system works with your brain. It does not work against your brain. This is not magic. It is not about being born smart. It is about understanding the beautiful machine in your head. It is about learning how to use it. If you stay with me today, you will learn so much. And the words "I have a bad memory" will not feel true anymore. You will see that you can learn and remember. This is how to learn English easily and with joy. Let's begin this beautiful journey. Forgetting things is not just a small problem. It can feel very painful. Imagine you're at a party. You forget someone's name. It can feel like you are not respectful. It can make you feel small. It can make you feel not so smart. Or you study hard for an English test and you forget the words. This is not just about a bad grade. It makes you feel bad about yourself. You start to think, am I not smart enough? Or maybe you always lose your keys or your phone. This makes you feel anxious all day. You feel a little angry at yourself. Every time this happens, you think that bad thought again. I just cannot remember things. And when you think this, you start to believe it more. You expect to forget. So you do not try very hard to remember. You think, why should I try to learn this name? It will be gone in 1 minute. This is a circle of doubt, a sad circle. But here is the truth. This truth can change everything. Are you ready? Listen carefully. There is no such thing as a bad memory. There are only trained memories and untrained memories. Yes, that is right. Your memory is like a muscle. If you do not use it, it is weak. If you train it, it becomes strong. Everyone can have a strong memory. You can have a strong memory. Let's imagine something together. Imagine your memory is a big, beautiful library, a giant room full of books. An untrained memory is a messy library. Books are everywhere. They are on the floor. They are under the chairs. They are in big piles. A book about science is next to a children's book. A book about history is under a cooking book. It is a total mess. Now you need to find one special book. You walk into this messy library. Where do you start? It is so hard. You feel lost and frustrated. You will probably give up. You will think, oh, the book is not here. This is what most of us do with our brains. We just throw information in. We hope it stays there, but it gets lost in the mess. Now let's imagine a trained memory. A trained memory is a beautiful, organized library. Everything is perfect. There is a system. Every book has a special place. The science books are together. The history books are together. Everything is easy to find. When you need that one special book, you know where to go. You can find it in just a few seconds. It is not lost. It is perfectly organized and easy to get. The tips we will learn today are the system for your library. They are the way to organize all your books. They will help you create a beautiful, organized library in your mind. This is based on science. A long time ago, a man named Hermann Ebbinghaus studied memory. He discovered something called the forgetting curve. He learned that when we learn something new, we forget it very fast. We can forget most of it in just one day. After 1 week, almost all of it can be gone. This sounds sad, right? It can make you feel like there is no hope. But wait. Hermann Ebbinghaus also found the solution. He found that if you look at the information again at special times, you remember it. You can stop the forgetting. Every time you try to remember something, you send a message to your brain. The message is, hey, this is important. Please keep this. When you do this, the memory gets stronger. It sticks. So the problem is not your brain. The problem is that we let ourselves forget. We do not step in to stop it. You have a wonderful, powerful memory machine, but you are using the simple, basic settings. Today, we are going to learn the special settings. We are going to build a new system for your brain, a system for amazing performance. You can do this. Section 2, the 3 secrets of memory. Before we learn the big, powerful techniques, we need to understand the foundation, the base of our new memory system. There are 3 core pillars, 3 main ideas. Think of them as 3 secrets to a great memory. I call them the AAV secrets. AAV, attention, association, and visualization. Let's learn them one by one. They are very simple. The first secret is attention. This is the front door to your memory. It is so important. You cannot remember something if you do not pay attention to it. It sounds very simple, right? But this is the number one reason why we forget. Remember when you met someone and forgot their name right away? Your memory did not fail. You just did not truly hear the name. Your mind was busy. You were thinking, what should I say next? Or, how do I look? The name was just a sound. It went past your ears. It never really went into your brain. We live in a world full of distractions. Our phones are always making sounds. There are so many things to look at. But science tells us something important. Doing many things at one time is not possible. Our brain cannot do it. When we think we are multitasking, we are actually task switching. We are quickly jumping from one thing to another. This is very bad for our memory. The information is never processed deeply, so it is never stored well. So the first step is to use our attention like a laser beam, not like a big, wide light, a focused, powerful beam. The second secret is association. This is a beautiful idea. It is the art of connecting new information to something you already know. Our brain does not store memories alone. It builds a giant, beautiful web. All our memories are connected. A memory is stronger when it has many connections. Think about it. It is easy to remember a new fact about your favorite singer. Why? Because you already know so much about them. The new fact has many things to connect to. But when you learn something new and abstract, like a password, it is like a smooth, slippery ball. There is nothing for your mind to hold. It just slips away. Association is how we make that slippery ball easy to hold. We connect it to a memory we already have, or a feeling, or a person. The more connections you make, the stronger the memory becomes. The third secret is visualization. This is your memory superpower. It is so powerful. Our brains love pictures. A very big part of our brain is just for seeing things. For thousands of years, our lives depended on remembering what things looked like. Which plants are safe to eat? What does a dangerous animal look like? Where is my home? Words and numbers are very new for our brains. Pictures are old friends. Research shows that we remember pictures much, much better than words. This is called the picture superiority effect. When you take boring information, like a number, and you turn it into a funny, strange, colorful picture in your mind, you are speaking your brain's favorite language. You are making the information interesting. You are making it easy to remember. So, let's say them again. Attention. Pay attention. Association. Connect new things to old things. Visualization. Make a picture in your mind. AAV. This is our foundation. Every technique we will learn today uses these 3 secrets. If you can master these, you can master your memory. You are doing great. Just listening is a wonderful step. Section 3. The first power, focused attention. Let's start with the first pillar, the one that holds everything up, attention. Like we said, if you do not pay attention, you cannot remember. It is that simple. But our world is designed to break our attention. So how can we practice deep attention? Yes, it is a practice. It is a skill you can learn. First, we must stop believing the myth of multitasking. We are told that doing many things at once is good, that it means you are productive. It is not true. It is a way to feel tired and forget things. When you write an email and listen to a podcast and look at your phone, you are not doing 3 things. You are doing one thing very badly, then another, then another. This quick switching makes your brain tired. It hurts the part of your brain that helps you focus. Imagine trying to have 3 conversations with 3 different people at the same time. You would miss important parts of all 3. Your brain works the same way. So the first new habit is monotasking. This means doing one thing at a time. When you read a book, just read the book. Put your phone in another room. Close all the other windows on your computer. Give the book your full warm attention. When you talk to someone, be there with them. Really be there. Listen to their words. Look at their face. Listen to the sound of their voice. Let's make this very practical. The next time you meet a new person, make it your mission to remember their name. For just those few seconds, your only job is to hear and hold that name. Look at their face. Listen very carefully. When she says, "Hello, I am Jennifer." Do not let the name fly away. Catch it. In your mind, you can say to yourself, "Her name is Jennifer. I will remember the name Jennifer." This is a small action, but it is very powerful. You have changed from passive hearing to active listening. You have opened the first door to your memory. But what about when your mind wanders? When you try to focus, but your mind thinks about other things? This is normal. It happens to everyone. The goal is not to have a perfectly quiet mind. The goal is to notice when your mind has wandered and gently bring it back. Think of your attention like a little puppy you are training. You tell the puppy, "Stay." But the puppy sees a bird and runs away. You do not get angry at the puppy. You just calmly go and get the puppy. You bring it back, and you say, "Stay," again. Your focus is the puppy. The bird is a random thought, a worry, a plan for dinner. Your job is to notice that the puppy has run off, and just bring it back. Again and again, with kindness, no anger. Let's try a small exercise. Right now, I want you to close your eyes for just 30 seconds and just feel your breath. Notice the air coming in and going out. Your mind will wander. It will think about something else. That is okay. The moment you see your mind has wandered, just gently guide it back to your breath. Let's try. Welcome back. How was that? Did your mind wander? Maybe many times. It does not matter how many times. What matters is that you practiced bringing it back. This is the exercise for your attention muscle. Doing this for just a few minutes every day can make your focus much stronger. And a stronger focus means a stronger memory. So here's your plan. First, try to do one thing at a time. Monotasking. Second, practice bringing your focus back. Like training the little puppy. This is not about being a perfect meditation master. It is about being the leader of your own mind. It is about choosing where you put your energy. When you truly pay attention, you give your memory good, strong material to build with. This is a wonderful English listening practice for your focus. Section 4. Making memories that stick. We have learned about attention. Now it is time to learn how to lock that information in your brain. We want to make the memory stay. This is where our other two secrets come to play: association and visualization. They are a team, a power team for your memory. We will take boring information and we will turn it into a fun, strange, exciting movie in our minds. A movie that is almost impossible to forget. Here's the main idea. Don't just remember it. See it. And don't just see a normal picture. Make the picture funny. Make it strange. Make it full of action and feeling. Our brains do not remember boring things, but they always remember things that are weird or funny or shocking. Let's go back to our big problem. Remembering names. You meet a man. His name is Mark. You paid attention. You heard the name. Mark. But Mark is just a sound. It can fly away. How do we make it stick? First, we use association. We connect it. What does Mark sound like? It sounds like a marker. A pen that you use to draw? A marker. Okay, we have our connection. Now we use visualization. We make our movie, not just a picture, a movie with action. As you shake Mark's hand, imagine you have a giant red marker in your other hand, a big squeaky marker, and you draw a big funny letter, M, on his forehead. Really see this in your mind. Hear the squeak of the marker on his skin. Imagine his face. Is he surprised? Does he laugh? The feeling of surprise or fun makes the memory even stronger. Now you have a crazy little story connected to his name. The next time you see this man, your brain will not search for the sound Mark. Your brain will see the crazy picture of you drawing on his face with a marker. And the name Mark will pop into your head. Marker. Mark. Let's try another one. This is fun, right? You meet a woman named Lily. What does Lily make you think of? Maybe a lily flower or a lily pad in a pond. Let's use the flower. A beautiful lily flower. Now let's make the picture strange and absurd. Don't just imagine her holding a lily. That is a little boring. Let's make it bigger. Imagine her hair is not hair. Her hair is made of hundreds of giant white lily flowers. When she talks to you, the flower petals move gently. You can almost smell the sweet, beautiful scent of the lilies. Wow. Now you have taken a simple name, Lily, and turned it into an experience for many senses. You can see it. You can smell it. It's weird. It's beautiful. And it is very easy to remember. This technique is not just for names. It is for everything. Any new information you want to learn. Let's say you want to remember that the capital of Australia is Canberra. This can be part of your English learning. Many people think the capital is Sydney. So this is a common mistake. How can we lock this fact in our brain forever? First, let's break the words into pictures. Association. Australia. What picture comes to your mind? Maybe a kangaroo? A friendly, hopping kangaroo. Now, Canberra. This word is a little harder. Canberra sounds a little like can of berries. Can you hear that? Canberra, can of berries. Okay, we have our pictures. A kangaroo and a can of berries. Now, we make our ridiculous movie. Visualization. Imagine a giant kangaroo. It is hopping through the dry red land of Australia. But look in its pouch. It is not carrying a baby kangaroo. It is carrying a very big, open can of berries. Bright red and blue berries. As the kangaroo hops, the berries are flying everywhere. They are splatting on the ground. Splat, splat. See the bright colors of the berries on the red sand. Hear the splatting sound. Maybe you can even smell the sweet, sugary berries. You have just created a crazy, unforgettable story. The story connects a kangaroo for Australia with a can of berries for Canberra. You took two boring facts and made them into a fun movie. This feels strange at first. It feels like you are doing extra work. But this extra work is what makes the memory strong. It is what makes it stick. Just repeating a word again and again is like trying to hold a wet soap bar. It's slippery. It's hard to hold. Using visualization and association is like carving a handle into that soap bar. Now you can pick it up easily anytime you want. Here's a small challenge for you. I want you to think of something you want to remember. Maybe a new English word, or a phone number, or a birthday. Spend just 2 minutes using this technique. Break the word or number into small pieces. Find a connection, an association. Then build a crazy, colorful, action-filled movie in your head. Use all your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? The weirder, the better. Go ahead. You can pause the podcast and try. Create your own memory movie. Welcome back. How does it feel? Is that information more clear in your mind now? You just used your brain's natural power. You built a strong connection in your brain. You are not a person who just forgets. You are a person who creates memories. This is a huge change, and it gets easier and faster with practice. You are learning how to learn. This is a real superpower. Section 5, the story method. So we learned how to remember one thing, like one name or one fact. But what about a list of things, like a shopping list, or steps to do something, or the main points for a presentation? How do we remember many things in order? Just repeating the list in your head is very hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. Your brain gets tired. We usually remember the first thing on the list and the last thing on the list. But the things in the middle, they become a big, forgotten mess. To fix this, we will use a method called the story method, or chaining. It is like making a chain. We will link each item on the list to the next item. We will create a strange and funny story. Stories are magical for our brains. Our brains love stories. We are built to remember stories. A good story helps the brain connect many pieces of information into one thing, one easy to remember story. Let's try with a simple shopping list. You need to remember to buy 1, milk, 2, eggs, 3, bread, 4, coffee, 5, bananas. Let's chain them together in a crazy story. Remember, make it alive. Make it full of action. Start with the first item, milk. Imagine a giant carton of milk, but it is not just sitting there. It has arms and legs. It is walking. This is the hero of our story. Now, what does the milk carton do? It must meet the next item on the list. Eggs. So imagine the giant milk carton starts to juggle eggs. Not one egg, a dozen eggs. Hear the sloshing sound of the milk inside the carton as it moves. The carton is juggling, and then crack. Oh no, the eggs break all over the milk carton. Yellow egg yolk is dripping down its sides. It's a big mess. Now you have connected milk to eggs. What happens next in our story? The messy milk carton is covered in eggs. It needs to get clean. It looks around. It sees the next item on our list, bread. It sees a huge, soft loaf of bread. So the milk carton runs to the bread, and it starts rubbing itself all over the soft bread. It is using the bread like a towel. Can you see the sticky yellow egg mess all over the fresh bread? Ew, it's a funny, gross picture. Now bread is connected. Our story continues. The loaf of bread is now dirty and very angry. It looks for the next item on our list, coffee. The angry bread grabs a big bag of coffee beans. It rips the bag open, and a river of dark brown coffee beans pours out. The coffee beans pour all over the milk carton. The milk carton is now completely buried under a mountain of coffee beans. Imagine the sound of thousands of little beans falling, and imagine the rich, strong smell of coffee everywhere. Now coffee is connected. We are almost finished. What happens to this big pile of coffee beans? The last item on our list is bananas. Suddenly, the mountain of coffee beans starts to shake, and bursting out of the pile is a giant yellow banana. The banana is wearing the dirty milk carton as a hat, and it is singing opera. It's crazy, it's funny, and you will not forget it. Now, let's remember our list. You do not try to remember the words. You just play the movie in your head. What was the first thing in our movie? A giant milk carton. Milk. What was it doing? It was juggling. Eggs. Eggs. What happened with the eggs? They broke and the carton cleaned itself on, Frady. Bread. Bread. What did the angry bread do? It poured coffee beans all over the carton. Coffee. And what came out of the pile of beans? A giant singing banana. Bananas. Milk, eggs, bread, coffee, bananas. You did it. It seems silly. It seems like a game for children. But it works so much better than just repeating words, especially for long lists. You took a boring list and you became a movie director in your mind. You created a story where each part pulls the next part into your memory. This is a fun way to practice your English and your memory at the same time. We have learned so much already. We learned that a bad memory is just a myth. We learned the 3 secrets: attention, association, and visualization. And we learned how to make fun movies and stories in our minds. If you are feeling a little bit of excitement, if you are starting to feel that you can have a strong memory, please press the like button. It tells the YouTube algorithm that this is a helpful podcast. It helps other English learners who feel lost to find this video. We are about to learn the biggest, most powerful memory technique of all. This is the technique that memory champions use. They use it to remember hundreds of numbers or names. If you thought the story method was a game changer, you will love this. Please subscribe so you do not miss our future lessons. Okay, are you ready for the grand finale? Let's learn about the memory palace. Section 6. The memory palace. Welcome to the master technique, the big one. It is called the memory palace, or the method of loci, which means the method of places. This technique is thousands of years old, and it is maybe the most powerful system ever created for remembering large amounts of information. The story of how it was invented is a famous one. A long, long time ago in ancient Greece, there was a poet. His name was Simonides. One day he was at a big dinner party in a large hall. He was called outside for a moment. And while he was outside, something terrible happened. The roof of the building collapsed. It fell down and crushed all of the people inside. It was a very sad and terrible accident. To help the families find their loved ones, Simonides did something amazing. He closed his eyes, and in his mind, he walked through the room as it was before. He could perfectly remember who was sitting in each chair. He remembered where every single person was. At that moment, he realized something incredible. Our brains are amazing at remembering places. We are so good at remembering where things are. He understood he could use this natural ability. He could use a familiar place to store any information. He just needed to mentally place the information in a location. That is the whole idea of the memory palace. You choose a place you know very, very well, like your own home. And you use different spots in your home as storage files. To remember the information, you just take a walk through your imaginary home. You see the things you put there. This technique is so powerful because it works with how our brain is built. Our brain loves spatial information about places. The memory palace gives boring, abstract information a home, a place. This makes it easy for our brains to store and find. So, how do you build your first memory palace? Or let's call it a memory home. It sounds friendlier. It's much easier than it sounds. We will build one together, right now. Step 1. Choose your memory home. The best place to start is your own house or apartment. You know it so well, you can walk through it with your eyes closed. It is full of rooms and furniture. These are perfect memory spots. Step 2. Define your route. This is very important. You need to decide on a fixed path you will always walk in your mind. Do not jump around. For example, you always start at the front door, then you walk into the first room, then the next room. Always follow the same path. Step 3. Choose your locations. Inside your home, choose specific spots. These are your memory slots. Let's make a very simple route with 5 locations. Imagine your home. Our journey starts outside your front door. Location 1, your front door. Location 2, the table or shelf right inside your door. Location 3, the biggest piece of furniture in your living room, your sofa or couch. Location 4, your television. Location 5, the main thing in your kitchen, your refrigerator. Okay, we have our 5-stop journey: front door, entry table, sofa, television, refrigerator. Close your eyes for a moment and mentally walk this path. See the front door, walk inside, see the table, walk to the sofa, look at the TV, walk to the kitchen, and see the refrigerator. Walk this path a few times until it is very clear. This is your new filing system. Step 4, place your memories. Now let's take our grocery list from before: milk, eggs, bread, coffee, bananas. Instead of linking them to each other, we will place each one in a location in our memory home. We will use our crazy visualization superpower again. Location 1, your front door. The first item is milk. Imagine you walk to your front door, but it's not made of wood anymore. It is a giant, flowing waterfall of white milk. To get into your house, you have to walk through the milk waterfall. Feel the cold milk on your clothes and your skin. It's a strange and strong image. Location 2, your entry table. The second item is eggs. You are inside now, dripping with milk. You look at your entry table. It is covered with hundreds of tiny, cute baby chicks. They are all chirping loudly. You see broken eggshells everywhere. The sound and the movement make the memory strong. Location 3, your sofa. The third item is bread. You walk into your living room to sit on your sofa, but you can't. Your sofa is gone. Instead, there's a giant, fresh loaf of bread. It is still warm from the oven. You can touch it and feel the warmth. You can smell the beautiful smell of fresh bread. Location 4, your television. The fourth item is coffee. You look at your TV, but there is no movie playing. The screen is a swirling black pool of coffee, a vortex. And every few seconds, a coffee bean flies out of the screen and hits your nose. Ouch. Location 5, your refrigerator. The last item is bananas. You walk to your kitchen. You open the refrigerator door to get a drink. But when you open it, a single, giant, angry banana is inside. It is yelling at you for opening the door and letting the cold out. Now let's take a moment. Close your eyes. Let's take our mental walk. You are outside your front door. What do you see? The waterfall of milk. You step inside. You look at the entry table. What is there? The baby chicks from the eggs? You walk to your sofa. What is it now? A giant, warm loaf of bread. You look at your television. What do you see? The vortex of coffee. You open your refrigerator. Who is inside? The big, angry banana? You did it. You remembered 5 things in perfect order, and it was easy. You did not memorize a list. You just took a walk in your own mind. The wonderful thing about the memory home is that it can grow. Your home has many more locations, maybe 20, maybe 50. When you need more space, you can use another place, your office, your walk to work, your favorite park. You can have many memory palaces for different topics. This is the secret of the memory champions. They do not have better brains. They have just practiced building these mental homes. Your final challenge for this section: build your own 10-location memory home. Pause the podcast. Choose a place you know well. Choose a path. Pick 10 spots. Number them. Walk through it in your mind. Make it strong and clear. This is your special place. In the comments, please write, "My memory home is built." This is your first big step into this amazing world of memory. Section 7. How to remember forever. We have learned amazing ways to put information into our minds. But even with a memory home, memories can fade if we don't visit them. This takes us back to our friend Hermann Ebbinghaus and his forgetting curve. To make a memory last forever, we need a smart way to review it. This is the last piece of our puzzle. It is called spaced repetition. Spaced repetition is a simple idea. Our brains learn better when we space out our practice over time. Instead of studying for many hours in one day, you study for a short time over many days. The idea is to review the information just when you are about to forget it. Every time you do this, the memory becomes stronger. The forgetting becomes slower. You are changing the shape of the forgetting curve. Imagine you are drawing a picture in wet sand. The first time you draw it, the picture is clear, but it is easy to erase. If you come back a day later, the wind has made the picture fade a little. If you trace over the lines again, you press the picture deeper into the sand. Now it will last longer. Maybe you wait a week. The picture is fading again, but not as much. You trace it again, even deeper now. The time between your reviews gets longer and longer. One day, a few days, 1 week, 1 month. Because the memory is becoming more and more permanent. Studies show this method helps you remember things for a very long time. So, how can you do this? How can you know when to review? One simple way is to use flashcards and a few boxes. You can make your own. Box 1. This is for new cards and cards you forget. You review this box every day. Box 2. When you remember a card from box 1, you move it to box 2. You can review this box every 2 or 3 days. Box 3. When you remember a card from box 2, it moves here. You can review this box every week. You can have 4 or 5 boxes. Each box has a longer time before you review it. If you ever forget a card, it goes all the way back to box 1. This system is smart. It makes you practice the difficult things more often, and you practice the easy things less often. It is a very good way to study. Today, we also have an even easier way. There are apps for our phones and computers. These apps are like digital boxes. You make digital flashcards, and the app tells you when to review each card. It learns how well you know each card. If you remember a word easily, the app will show it to you again next week. If you find a word difficult, the app will show it to you again in 10 minutes. This makes learning very efficient. It is a great way to learn a lot of information, like for your English for Beginners journey. The most important thing for spaced repetition is to be consistent. To do it a little bit every day. It is a long-term plan. It's not for one night of study. The magic happens over weeks and months of short daily practice. But the result is amazing. Knowledge that is truly deeply in your long-term memory. So your final action step is to try spaced repetition. You can start with paper flashcards and 2 envelopes, or you can download a free app today. Take one thing you learned from this podcast, maybe the story about Simonides, or the idea of the forgetting curve, and make it your first flashcard. Commit to reviewing for just 5 minutes every day. This final step of reviewing is what turns information into true knowledge. And now, let's just breathe. Take a slow, deep breath in and let it all out. You have learned so much today. Your mind has been working. You have been listening carefully. You are building new pathways in your brain. You are learning how to learn. This is a beautiful and powerful thing. It is okay if it feels like a lot of information. It is okay if you feel a little tired. Just be proud of yourself for being here. You are learning, you are growing, you are improving one step at a time. Remember to be kind to yourself. Learning is a journey, not a race. Every time you listen, you get a little better. Every time you practice, you get a little stronger. You are capable, you are smart, and you are on the right path. Just keep going, one gentle step at a time. We have covered so much ground together today. We started with that sad feeling of a leaky bucket. We started with the myth of a bad memory. And we learned the truth. Your memory is not bad. It is just untrained. It is a beautiful garden waiting for you to plant seeds. We laid a new foundation. We learned the 3 secrets: the focus of attention, the connection of association, and the brain's favorite language, visualization. Then we learned the techniques. We learned to make crazy movies in our minds. We learned to link them together into a long story. We learned how to build a memory home for our thoughts. And we learned how to remember things forever with spaced repetition. These are not just tricks. These are systems that work with your brain's natural design. They make learning fun. They make it a creative game, not a boring task. Feeling like you have a bad memory can make you feel like you are not in control. This system gives you back the control. It puts you in the driver's seat of your own mind. It gives you back your confidence. You have the tools now, but tools only work if you use them. Don't try to do everything at once. That is too much. Just pick one thing. The next time you meet someone, try the movie technique for their name. The next time you have a small list, try the story method. The power to change your memory is in your hands right now. This was a podcast episode you were meant to find. But listening is just the first step. The next step is to try. So I have a question for you. What is the first thing you will try to remember with your new memory superpowers? Please let me know in the comments below. When you write it down, it becomes a promise to yourself. If this guide was helpful for you, please subscribe. We have many more calm and easy lessons to help you learn English. Thank you for your beautiful attention today. Now go and build your new powerful memory. See you next time, my dear friend. Goodbye for now.